morning, everyone. All protocol observed. Thank you very much for coming and availing yourself to this first and ever economic business forum, which we have started this year. This is a beginning of all the oncoming forums which will be coming in future. It might look small, but your presence is a monumental as the original people to avail yourself in this function or in this momentarily day. Here I'm going to represent sound prosperity and state the who, the what, the how, and the when this organization started or entails, and what really transpired, and where are we, and how are we moving. And I'm sure most of you who are members of Sound Prosperity, you are quite anxious to hear the updates as to, for 2 years we have been in this journey, and where are we, and when is it going to happen, and all those answers are summarized by the communication which I have been given by the sponsor, and the sponsor who's based in Switzerland. The country which is the brainchild of the World Economic Forum. This is where we borrowed the concept of the business economic forum, because Switzerland, that is where our founder is, and that is where most of our lessons in terms of business acumenship originates. So we took that, and then we said, let's come together, and all the stakeholders brainstorm the way forward, how we can create opportunities for our citizens, create jobs for our people, how business people, how government people, how non-governmental organizations can come together today. And today that's the forum, that's the platform. The word forum means platform. We are not here to tell you, but we are here to share ideas. You tell us what we can do to make our country move forward digitally. And when Mr. Maseva was talking about digital inclusion, my mind was busy thinking that, yes, in other countries they are now ahead of us, because we are a little bit, say, some 15, 20 years lagging behind in terms of development because of various reasons which you and me know. But in terms of digital inclusion, we are not behind. In actual fact, in Africa, I can tell you that we are moving also behind the fast pacers, which is namely Kenya, South Africa, Egypt. Those are the pace setters. But we, as bona fide Zimbabweans, young entrepreneurs and young techs, we are saying we are also following the world trend where we are moving in terms of digitalization. Digitalization, as he explained, that it is a big business which is creating a massive trillion and trillion of dollars in job opportunities for the GDP, and we cannot ignore that fact. Currently, Zimbabwe is number 2 besides Kenya. Kenya has got M-Pesa, that is the mobile payment system, that is the digital platform. We've got our EcoCash. That the mobile payments penetration in Africa, Zimbabwe will probably be number 2 probably after Kenya. And that is a milestone, and we take advantage of that. Already that is digital. Even if you don't know what we are doing, I mean what the technical term we are speaking right now, that is digital. Our digital inclusion as citizens. We might not be knowing these technical terms, But in ordinary life already we are involved in that digitalization. Our government has given us the opportunity to have some technology to be put in place. For example, the fiber optics, which are already there in our neighborhood. I've seen the Tel 1 people moving around, digging trenches, putting those yellow fiber optics, and making the digital access to our homes very easy, to the extent that what is the missing point is that when our country economy picks up, every home will be having an internet access because the infrastructure is already there. Tel 1, the SDL, all that is, the poles are there, and the underground is there, and the mobile phones are there, the payment systems are there. And this is the language we are talking right now. Now, what is that to do with sound prosperity? I'm just giving you the background, how digital is shaping the future. The future money is going to be paperless. The future money is going to be plastic money. That money which you are carrying, the paper money, is phasing out. It's the same thing which we had some time back when our parents used to, even myself, go to the post office and send a letter to our dearest friends or families. We could put a postage stamp. But that has been overtaken by technology. We are now using WhatsApp. That is digital. That is what we are talking about. That technology is moving, and so is money. Money, the money which we are crying and saying, Agula Mali, Akuna Mali, it's going to be phasing out and getting into the mobile money or plastic money where you swipe each and every day. And this is the language we are talking about when we talk about digitalization. And this is where sound prosperity with its digital currency is coming in. It's nothing new. And everything, as I said, that from who, what, and how, I'm going to it's been summarized by our sponsor who is in Switzerland. We are given the blessing to say, let's have this first platform and we discuss our future of Zimbabwe. This will be an ongoing exercise. Each year we'll be growing bigger and bigger and bigger and perfecting the systems. It might sound like things are not perfect. Yes, I agree. But it's not about how it is at the beginning, but it is your commitment of coming here. And on that note, I would like to thank you once again. I'm holding the words which is coming from our sponsor, namely Irene Shoes. And she's passionate and said, can you say this word? And it will put into proper perspective for the people who do not know who we are and what we are doing and where we are going. Because a lot of things for the past 2 years have been evolving and developing, and a lot of mistakes and a lot of things, because we're babies, now we are grown up. We are about to unleash the change. This is going to be the last statement, which is we are going to declare what is going to happen in the next few months before the year end. But let's give the background to those who do not know us. Because a lot of people were thinking that digital money is about scams. Digital money is about pyramid schemes. Digital money is about Ponzi schemes. It's not that. It's only, unfortunately, that the father of digital, of cryptocurrency, which is called Bitcoin, when it came to in the world, a lot of unscrupulous people abused it, misused it, and they tried to hide behind the crypto Bitcoin. And yes, they did harm to the people. Now, if you bring to the people and say you are doing crypto or digital money, people are skeptical. People think you are a crook or a gook or a criminal. We want to put the record straight. Through what we are going to explain, how we started. And here I'm starting here. I'm going to read it verbatim, word by word from the sponsor, what she wrote, and that will summarize everything about who we are, where we are going, and when is it going to happen. Welcome to the first Sound Prosperity Economic Forum. I caught Irene's shoes. When I hear economic forum, I think on one of the most famous economic forums in the world, the World Economic Forum in Davos, that is Switzerland. Business people from all the countries of the world and their government, they gather there. It is also the place where sound prosperity is born. Your Minister of Finance and other government officials attend the World Economic Forum each year. And we are grateful that the Minister of Finance, Professor Tuli Mube, she thought the professor was going to be here. We could have invited him, but this gives me the opportunity to let you know that we'll be joined by our Honorable Minister, the Minister of Industry. So he's replacing the Minister of Finance. You will join us after the tea break. You will be here with us just to motivate us that our work is here authentically. Our work is here is recognized by the government officials, and they are quite grateful of what we are doing, where we are doing. Siyabonga. It shows the importance of this first Sound Prosperity Economic Forum. So as I said, that the significance of this Sound Prosperity Forum is, don't take it lightly. The significance, the importance, how big or how essential it is seen by government people leaving their jobs, coming and joining us today. So this forum, don't take it lightly. It's a serious business. And we are to do serious business to shape, to change the lives of the people where we are custodian and responsible. Let us hope that the Economic Forum has such a great impact as the World Economic Forum has, and that one day all first African countries will come and team and learn, how SPURT can be used to better the economy for the next Sound Prosperity Economic Forums. And we are blessed that we are the first country to have SPURT in Africa. I always say to Irene and say, Irene, you took my Zimbabwe to be the testing ground for the SPURT. I was laughing with her and then said, no, people here are quite appreciative and we respect that. And we have to, they are going to honor us for what they have done in terms of what I'm going to explain later. And this good news I'm going to explain later. I am Irene Shoes, the founder of Sound Prosperity. Sound Prosperity is born almost 10 years ago out of the cry for understanding why there's so much poverty in the world. Even in a country like Switzerland, although nature shows us abundance, we learn that there's enough for everyone. When we start to understand that, all accept that, then nobody lacks anything. What she's saying here, I might take longer to explain this, but what she's saying here is, the world is full of abundance. There is no lack to the extent that everyone should experience poverty. It's only the mankind who is hypocritical, who is the hypocrite. Those who have, not sharing with those who don't have. I take, for example, I always become passionate about this subject. That's why I ended up resonating with it. Because there are good people out there who wants to make this world a better place. Of course, there are bad guys. I don't want to get into that. But there are good people who actually says we need to help them. We need to share the resources, the natural resources. They are too much. Why should we take the natural resources and give it to other people and leave other people? This is the essence of what we are talking about. And like Zimbabwe, we are indebted with all the natural resources. Why are we poor in terms of material? So all that mindset has been changed by our organization to make us believe, to change that I'm not poor. Once we've got that element of change of the mindset, which the classes we are embarking on, we tend to believe that there is abundance. We can create that wealth, and wealth is created by doing business. It's simple mathematics, it's simple model, which we explain, which we are doing. I was showing a video there from Kenya. Right? We say there's no money in the country, or there's no whatever money, because our mindset believes that the US dollar is the money. It's not. Our gold is the money. That gold at Inyati, that gold at Philabus is the money. But how do we make it money? This is what Sound Prosperity is trying to show you. That we can do business by making profits, that we have created money. Money is created by making profits. Buy and sell. When you make a 2% on what you have bought, after selling, you have created money into circulation. Because the word spurt means flow. The word spurt, some people might ask, what does it mean? S-P-U-R-T, does it mean? It means flow. Currency means flow. The flow of money. Things are hard because money is not flowing. We need to create a system whereby money will start flowing, like the Kenyan video. What they are showing there is a woman has got some goods, wants to take to the market, but it doesn't have money. It doesn't have money for transport. So we create a system whereby within the community we can create a voucher. Ourselves within the community, Sound Prosperity is a community, it's a closed community. We create a voucher deliberately, our own voucher, and say, okay, take your goods, hold on to this voucher. That is the transporter who has got a bicycle. And that acts as a security. Meanwhile, the transporter or the bicycle person takes it, cycles to the market. He sells the produce, he gets the profit, he comes back to the farmer. Here's your money which you were demanding, you were asking for. Give me back my voucher. They exchange back, barter trading. They've done barter trading. That's the very same concept we are using with the SPED. We are doing barter trading within our own organization. I'm explaining this why, because I'm trying to clarify the question of saying SPED is coming to become another money. No, it's a supplementary money which is created within a system, an organized system. We know each other. Anyone outside our system, it doesn't use SPED. We are not taking SPED to the outside. We will explain when we take it outside, where we involve technology. When we want to go to the banks with SPED, we will involve technology, what is known as blockchain. What he was talking about, digital. That bridge between our community and the banks. When we elope to that side, we need to follow the laws of the country. We need to follow the statutory instruments laws. You can't use the country's money willingly without them knowing that this money you are using is theirs. In terms of theirs, I'm talking about the state and the private, because these are private monies. All the bitcoins, all the tokens, is private money, just like ZESA. ZESA has got tokens. I shouldn't talk about ZESA, but I should talk about Dairy Board long time back. When our parents used to have those blue tokens, it was Dairy Board's money, their own internal arrangement to make business easy. So as ZESA, they've got their own private tokens, which you buy and go to on the wall and press those numbers, those digital. It's a similar concept we have got here, that we have got our own SPURT. Excuse me, I speak too much. I've become passionate about this. SPURT is a pace. Sound prosperity is the means, as I've just explained. SPURT, that is the token or the pace, the wallet, which everybody here, most of us, we've got here in your digital phones or laptops. And that token is virtual, it's digital. You cannot touch it, but it's a value concept, it's a value system which we assign that my time for working, my energy for working, it's worth so much because your time and your energy is valuable. We value that and we assign it a value. That value which you give it is just a name which we give it. We give it any name which we want, but we chose SPURT privately. I know the question is, we have been holding those pens for 2 years. Does not buy bread, does not send kids to school, does not pay for bills for ZESA, does not do that. How are we going to? I'm going to explain later as we're moving on. I will shortly introduce myself. Anyway, I've introduced myself. I'm Charles Chindove. This is Irene speaking now. About 2 years back, how this concept came, how this mind, all it started as a mind. All it started as something which I observed as an experience. About 2 years back, while I was living in New Zealand, my heart still in Zimbabwe. How many people out there live like me overseas? I'm not bragging, but this is, I always say that I come home every year. I come home even twice a year. Because that is what I feel the significance of trying to do something for my Zimbabwe. And then as I was looking for the solution for the problem of our people, people want to do business, there's no start. People want to do business, there's no liquidity. People want to do, boys are staying at the shops, they're smoking, they're drinking, they're abusing, they're doing all social ills. What is the solution? We are closed by the system, the greater system, those people who are ruling the world, who are closing us. I said, no, we can't do that. Let's jump the fence. Let's do this globally. We can create jobs using digital. We can create jobs like what you were saying, that as long as you give me a Wi-Fi, as long as you give me even your phone, not a laptop, but even your phone, you can do business with somebody who's in Hillbrook. You can do business with somebody who's in Chiredzi. Instead of going to WhatsApp, but you can buy and sell from each other digitally. This is what we are saying. We can create jobs using that concept, and the industry is called e-commerce. This is the new trend which I observed while I'm overseas, that each and every home has got a Wi-Fi and a computer. And the 2-year, 3-year kid already knows how to use the computer, the Wi-Fi. Why can't we do the same thing in Africa, in Zimbabwe? It pains me. Then I said, no. We will start doing it in central places like the youth centers. Put Wi-Fi, let the young people come, innovate, create, let them play with the games and do that. They will start thinking. It all started like that. Until I met this sponsor who said, okay, your idea is good, you want to create jobs. Because me, my solution, my medicine for the country is jobs. Once we create jobs, things are okay. The things we've solved almost 90% of our problem. How do you create jobs? God has blessed me to meet these like-minded people who want to make the world better. And he said, let's get and form this sound prosperity. Surely 2 years ago, and some of the members are still here, we came together, we sat down, we registered legally SPZ under the Trust Deed Act of Zimbabwe. We did that, and then with the main headquarters from Switzerland. We realized that the motivation is money. We started gathering people, people coming, doing some voluntary work. A lot of they did, most of you are still here. Some have given up, it's not their fault. Money is not yet buying bread. The issue is bread on the table. We started developing, evolving, getting organized into teams, into educators, until the stories, those who know the story, you know it. But I'm saying to those who are not aware, how the Sound Prosperity started and how it evolved until where we are. Before we avail the money to the people, we thought that we need to offer mind classes, because you give the people money. Money can disappear anytime. You know the story. I don't have to repeat the story. I can win a lotto today. Tomorrow I can be back in poverty. As long as my mindset is ingrained with the poverty mindset. But I have to change my mindset into abundance mindset. And this is the moment when we were waiting for this money to become practically usable. Our members were embarked on education journeys of mindset, some classes of mindset, how to change their mindset in the event that they become business people. How do you handle money? How to do about money, talk about money matters? How do you keep yourself healthy and wealthy issues? Without healthy, even if you are wealthy, there's no way you can enjoy it, you can't have the happiness. So those two things, you cannot separate them. Our sponsors see prudently that we need to have those classes. And most of you educators know that we're educated and certified with those mindset classes. Some you went to McDonald's sitting outside, didn't have proper places to have classes because the money is not yet practically usable. But you soldiered on. Even in the rural areas that I take credit, SETI is going to show what the digital money space has done amazingly to the rural brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, where schools have been practically built, where clinics have been built with that virtual money, with that digital money, without changing it to USD. Evidence is going to be shown here. When we really we live like that, we will all have enough. We will be enough ourselves, and we will no longer need to beat others up. That's what Irene's talking about. She's worried that we in Zimbabwe have got abundance. Even if one person starts to have something, you shouldn't feel jealousy about that something. If one person makes something progressive, you should applaud about what he has done. This is the main worry which Irene is worried about. That's probably a spiritual thing where they were saying we are not moving because we are still like in those primitive years where if one person starts to move forward, we try to rebuke him or her or stumble the progress. But the progress is for us. There's enough abundance. This is what she's trying to say. Together, each achieve more. Teams, that is team. The acronym team, T for together, E, each, A for achieve, M for more. The when is when are we going to connect the SPURT into usability? SPURT, as I say, that is just a plain digital money which we are using within our closed ecosystem. Now, we want to get into the world where we want to buy the things which we use in our system. Like, for example, we can't go to PPC and say, yes, but we want to buy cement, when we have got full of builders here. This is where we start to have a bridge. That bridge, we call it an exchanger. For 2 years, honestly, we have been trying to look for an exchanger. These are the words from Irene. Due to some international laws, we couldn't get the exchanger as easy as it was, because we all know that internationally Zimbabwe was secluded. So somewhere, somehow, we've managed somehow to have the blessing, God intervening and having that bridge to be established. And now they created what is known as the SPURT crypto. The bridge is the digital again, which is called the cryptocurrency. We are going to use from SPURT to ordinary to now graduated into a SPURT crypto. That SPURT crypto uses a technology called blockchain. That is the bridge which we will cross. But let me tell you, you all know this, that crypto, SPURT crypto, is only meant for the business people. I repeat, only for business people. If you are a registered business person with a ZIMRA number, legal ZIMRA number with your records that you have filed taxes, you are the one who are going to get ZIMRA. We are going to get crypto. So that the government also needs some 2%, 2.5%. Because we are going to their money. It's not our money now. We are jumping into their money, which is the banks. So we have to follow the rules. So we have to monitor and to comply. If you want that crypto, create a business, register ZIMRA number, and get into the system. But if you are all other people, educators, please go and tell them that you buy your you buy your poop, you buy your zesa, you pay your zesa with the SPURT like that. There's no harm. If somebody comes and builds a house for you with SPURT, that's very good. I love it also. But if you are to do business, profit and loss, you have to get into crypto, into banks. This crypto, this bridge, connects with the banks. We have spoken with the local banks here. They have spoken with the local international banks there. Some conversation is being taken place. And the SPURT crypto is the solution. That is the good news which I've been told, that I should tell you that the SPURT crypto is now there. That SPURT crypto is the solution which we have been waiting for, the connection which we have been waiting for, which will connect our banks in Zimbabwe and Switzerland banks through that SPURT crypto. On the domestic side, we were also busy working our solution. While Irene was working, looking for a solution for this SPURT to work, we were busy working for a solution. We never slept. And I was saying that whatever solution you come with, please don't pull down your brothers and sisters because it's coming up with the solution. There are some people within amongst us who was driving, not sleeping, looking for a solution, and they found the solution. You know that there are periodic changes which have been sort of allowed and now they're functional. Some of them are functional. Today I was reading about Econet giving the periodic change. I said, wow. And then we managed also to have some of us is registering a periodic change which will change all crypto, including SPURT. For that information, I will leave it to the authorities who have
specifically for that project. I'm not going to talk about that project. I'm talking about the South Prosperity and Crypto, but I'm just availing or preempting you that there is, amongst us, there's a gentleman who specifically talk about that exchanger, which is called a periodic change in Zimbabwe. I thank you. I will never be the same again from today.